Hello everyone, this is part 4 of What If Naruto Meets the Nine Tails early, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Danger. Stay out. A sign read as the group of remaining candidates stared at the dark forest in front of them. Welcome to the stage of the second round of the Chunin exams, Practice Area 44, also known as the Forest of Death, Anko said as a bunch of gulps were heard from the crowd. Hey, and you'll soon find out why it's called the Forest of Death. Meh, and you'll soon find out why it's called the Forest of Death, Naruto said, mocking Anko. Responding to the kid's insult, Anko pulled out a kunai and threw it at Naruto so that it made a small cut along his cheek. Kids like you are quickly killed in here, spraying that red blood that I love so much, Anko said, licking the blood off Naruto's cheek. She pulled another knife, feeling as if something was approaching her from behind. Here's your kunai, a mysterious grass ninja said, handing Anko her knife with his tongue. Why thank you, Anko smiled. But don't creep up behind me like that, unless you want to die. Everyone was a bit creeped out at the examiner and the grass ninja. Looks like we have a lot of bloodthirst ones in this test, this will be fun. Now, before we start, you must fill out these waivers. What? Why? Naruto asked. Because there will be deaths in this exam, Anko let loose a cheerful smile, creeping out even more participants. And we can't have your deaths starting wars and everything. Now, I'm going to explain the rules to this test. Each team will check into that booth behind me. Your team will then receive one scroll. It will either be a heaven scroll or an earth scroll. Since there are 30 teams here, 15 will get an earth scroll and 15 will get a heaven scroll. In the middle of this area, there is a tower. You are to bring both a heaven and an earth scroll to the tower. So that's why you said you will cut the group in half, Sasuke said. Yes. Now, this area is a dense forest with a river running through the middle. A tower is located at the middle of the area, about 10 kilometers from each side, Anko said, holding up a map of the area. Around this perimeter, there are 44 locked gates. This will be considered a survival exercise. You may use any weapons or jutsu to complete the task. The only rule is that you cannot open the scrolls until you enter the tower with both scrolls. Other than that, there are no rules and killing is allowed. Also, there is a time limit. The test lasts 120 hours, or 5 days. If you are not at the tower at the end of the time limit, your team is disqualified. What? 5 days? Naruto yelled out. But what about dinner? The forest is full of food. Just make sure you're not on anything's menu, Anko said. Now, 15 teams passing is very unlikely as there are poisonous snakes, insects, and beasts, along with enemy ninja. So, not only will some teams fail from losing their scrolls, but some will also die from the harshness of the course. Also, there is no quitting. You will be in the forest for the entire 5 days, unless of course you make it to the tower early. All the teams proceeded to collect their scrolls and went to their designated gates. Team 7 had an obvious advantage having an extra person, but at the same time they were at a disadvantage as everyone would be coming for them. This was because they were rookies. Sasuke didn't mind this as that would mean he got to fight more people. A lot of teams, especially those containing experienced veterans, were now glad that they could actually kill from now on, as that would make things easier for them. The test began at 4 p.m., giving everyone until 4 o'clock 5 days from then to complete the test. Begin was heard as the gates of the forest were unlocked and the genin were let loose. So basically everyone is heading to the tower, Kiba said as his team was taking a leisurely walk through the forest of death. It was then that an enemy team in the trees spotted them. However, Team 8 was considered tracking specialists and Akamaru's nose picked him up instantly. Hey, already. Kiba sounded excited, while Hinata was still rather nervous. Shino was indifferent, as usual. Kids standing in the open, one of the observers said. Do they want to be found? Although it looks like they have sensed us, but they don't know our exact location. Suddenly, another of the observers felt something drop onto his shoulder and latch onto the back of his neck. What the hell is that? The third screamed out. That thing had turned out to be a giant leech that was sucking the ninja dry. Before the other two had a chance to pull the leech off of their teammate, they too were attacked. All three ninja now had multiple leeches sucking on them and were unconscious in a matter of minutes. Leaf-jumping leeches will sense the nearest life sources and attack in groups. After 5 minutes of sucking, you will be dead, Shino said, revealing his knowledge of insects and other insect-like beasts. Kiba approached the unconscious ninja and searched them for a scroll. Yes, we got luck, Akamaru. They had a heaven scroll, Kiba said out of excitement. Alright guys, now let's get to that tower before trouble comes. Ahhhhgg. Various screams echoed from around the forest. Anko was sitting at the starting booth enjoying her dango and those delightful screams of pain and terror. Sounds like it started, she said, letting out a creepy yet happy smile. Was that a human scream? Naruto asked out. He could see Sakura getting nervous. Don't work, Sakura, this is nothing. Naruto turned around needing to relieve himself, only to be smacked by Sakura. Not in front of a lady. You idiot, she screamed as Haku sighed. Suddenly, Sasuke punched Naruto hard as he came back from relieving himself. Where's the real Naruto? Wait, what are you talking about, Sasuke? Sakura asked. No, Sakura, he's right. That Naruto doesn't have the scratch on his cheek from earlier, Haku said. Suddenly, the real Naruto came out of the bushes from behind him as Haku pointed towards him. See? Oh, yeah I do, Sakura said, noticing the scratch on a now confused Naruto's face. Haku threw a senbon into the fake Naruto's neck, dispelling the transformation and leaving an unconscious rain ninja in its place, just as 2 more rain ninja came leaping out of the trees. They had hoped to take the group by surprise while they were arguing with the fake Naruto, but Haku had put an end to it. By the time they started their attack, it was too late. The 4 of them split up, leaving Sasuke and Naruto to fight one of the rain ninja and Haku and Sakura to fight the other 2. One ninja found an opening in Sasuke and threw a few knives with exploding tags towards Sasuke, forcing him to jump off the tree that he had taken post on. Naruto threw a few shuriken at the ninja and a kunai towards Sasuke. As the ninja was distracted with fending off Naruto's attack, Sasuke grabbed the knife with chakra coming out of his foot and flung it towards the ninja, striking him in the shoulder. Naruto used the opening to test out his new jutsu in combat. He threw a single shuriken at the injured ninja. Shuriken Shadow Clone Jutsu. For the ninja, even injured, 1 shuriken was nothing, but 40 was a different story. Out of desperation, the rain ninja used his arms and legs to defend his torso and chest, but resulted in the shuriken tearing up his arms and legs, effectively leaving him immobilized from the damage done. The last remaining rain ninja was engaging in a taijutsu battle with Sakura. As Sakura began to go on the offensive, the rain ninja started backing up. He had a lot of room to move and figured he would gain some distance before countering with his own set of blows. However, his plan was cut short when a mirror of ice appeared behind him, stopping him. All he could do now was try to block Sakura's blows and look for a way out. Hyoten, demonic ice mirrors. Haku shouted out as a dome of ice mirrors formed around Sakura and the ninja. The rain ninja looked on in surprise at Haku's jutsu. They had never seen an ice jutsu, and the fact that a leaf kid could do something like this stunned him long enough for Sakura to get in a few blows. Sakura, get out, Haku called as Sakura backed off her assault. The rain ninja thought he was finally free until he saw Haku's image in each mirror. Suddenly, he was pelted by numerous senbon. After Haku's attack was complete, the rain ninja was unconscious and would not be moving for some time. Haku looked over to Sasuke and Naruto's opponent, who had just been hit by about 40 shuriken to the arms and legs. He threw a senbon to that ninja's neck, knocking him unconscious. Well, that was easy, Sasuke said. Now, let's see what kind of scroll they have. The team searched the unconscious rain ninja, revealing that they had an earth scroll on them. Damn. What should we do with it? Sakura said. Keep it. It's worthless to them now, seeing as it will take about a week to recover from those wounds, Sasuke said. Plus it might come in handy if we can find someone to bargain with it. The team agreed. Alright, but to avoid something like that again, we need to come up with something so that we know that it is us, Sakura suggested. Let's see, Haku is the only one I know of who can use ice style and it can't be copied, and you have your Sharingan, Sasuke. But for me and Naruto, they came up with the idea of using a code word for Naruto and Sakura, as there was nothing special they could use to distinguish the two. Team 7 took off, trying to avoid any unnecessary attention. However, they were unknowingly being followed. After about an hour, they stopped. Sasuke, Haku said. Yeah, I know, Sasuke said. Jump, he shouted as a barrage of needles sailed towards them. They turned to face their attackers. They were now scattered. When they regrouped, Haku and Sasuke revealed their blood limits and Sakura and Naruto recited the code. Sasuke attacked Naruto once again. Sasuke, why did you attack Naruto? Sakura asked, shocked that she had to say that twice in the past hour. He had said the code word, which at first put Sakura at ease. It was then that she realized this was Naruto they were dealing with. To them, he didn't have the mental capacity to remember such a long and complex code. Do you really think Naruto would be able to memorize the code? Sasuke said, sarcastically as both Sakura and Haku nodded in agreement. Not far from where the rest of Team 7 was, Naruto found himself facing a giant snake. What the hell is up with this forest? I've never seen a snake so big. Naruto thought to himself. Kit, something is not right. That snake is not normal and I can feel an evil presence around here. Be on your guard, warned the fox. The snake lunged towards Naruto, who just barely dodged it. However, he didn't notice the tail, which hit him and sent him flying into a nearby tree. Soon after, the snake lunged at him again, catching Naruto in the mouth and swallowing him. Damn it. It swallowed me, Naruto thought. What to do? What to do? This might work. Kurama had obviously thought of something. Remember those times when you ate too much ramen and felt like you were going to burst? Naruto suddenly got what the fox was talking about. Multi-shadow clone jutsu. He called out as roughly 400 Narutos appeared in the snake's rapidly expanding stomach. Unfortunately for the snake, it wasn't big enough to handle that many Narutos and it burst apart, leaving Naruto covered in snake guts. Naruto bolted off towards where his team was. When the fake Naruto recovered, he undid the transformation, revealing himself to be the grass ninja from before. You want my heaven scroll, right? The ninja asked, holding out his scroll. He then proceeded to swallow the scroll, creeping out the 3 genin in front of him. Now, let's begin the battle for each other's scroll with our lives on the line. Sakura and Sasuke stood there frozen. Images of their own gruesome death flooded their minds. Haku was affected as well, but not to the same extent as his teammates, as he had experienced the effects of massive killing intent while traveling with Zabuza. Their enemy flicked a few kunai towards the 3. Sakura and Sasuke were still frozen and would be unable to move unless something was done. Sasuke did the only thing he could think of and stabbed his leg with his knife to break the hold of the terror, giving him the ability to move in time. Haku had also reacted and created a few ice mirrors to save himself and Sakura. Sasuke looked back at their attacker, revealing his Sharingan to their opponent, before disappearing into the trees. Well, it appears as if these kids have some interesting powers, the grass ninja thought to himself. Time to have some fun. Anko felt as if something wasn't right. After investigating the area around the Forest of Death, her suspicions were confirmed when she came across 3 lifeless bodies of grass ninja. Upon further examination, she found that they were missing their faces. What? No, it can't be, she said, clutching the back of her neck in pain. Why is he here? Suddenly, a squadron of Anbu appeared behind her. She briefed the squad on her findings and the person she believed to be responsible for the crime, Orochimaru. Sakura could see that Sasuke was terrified and she tried to say something to calm him down, only for Sasuke to quickly cover her mouth. We have to get out of here. That guy is like nothing we have ever seen before, Sasuke thought to himself. Suddenly, a snake appeared in front of him. It struck at Sasuke, only to be pelted in the head by numerous senbon, pinning it against a tree and killing it. Sasuke took a deep breath, trying to relax, but was quickly put back on alert when the grass ninja emerged from the corpse of the dead snake. You guys shouldn't relax even a little. Prey should always be looking for a way to run in the presence of a predator, their enemy said. Out of nowhere, roughly 40 shuriken were sent at the ninja as he managed to snake his way around it. Sorry I'm late, Naruto said, appearing on scene. Oh, and what was that code again? I forgot. Naruto, Sakura said, relieved that he had arrived and was alive. I don't know what you're doing, trying to play hero. Just run away, this one's on a whole nother level, Sasuke shouted out. He then did the only thing he could think of. If you leave us, I'll give you our scroll. What the hell are you talking about? Why would you give the scroll to the enemy? Naruto shouted out. I see. Very smart, the mysterious ninja said. Sometimes, the only way to escape a predator is to give it a different meal. Sasuke tossed the scroll towards their enemy, only for Naruto to grab it and punch Sasuke in the face. What was that all of the sudden, you bastard? Sasuke screamed at Naruto. Even though you may have your Sharingan, I can still tell you are not the real Sasuke, Naruto responded. You total moron, I am the real Sasuke, Sasuke rebutted. There is no way such a stupid coward like you could be the real Sasuke, Naruto stated. I don't know how strong this guy is, but what guarantee is there that he will go away if we give his the scroll? You're the one too freaked out by the situation. Hehe, you're right Naruto. I can just take your scroll and kill you, the ninja said, taking some blood and rubbing it on a seal on his arm. Summoning jutsu. The ninja said, summoning an even larger snake, which he was now standing on. The snake then proceeded to slam Naruto into the ground as the three genin screamed out his name. This really is bad kid, Kurama said to Naruto. You think? Naruto responded. I keep getting smacked around by damn snakes. There is something about that man that even gives me the chill. If you are going to survive this, you are going to need my help. Alright, then stop talking and start giving me your power, Naruto said to the fox. Just give me a few moments, I'm going to try and push as much power through the seal that I can without damaging your body. I've just got the feeling that you're going to need as much as you can get. Naruto was flung by the snake's head, who was trying to become the second snake to eat him today. As the snake lunged at him, Naruto's pupils began to take on a red color with narrow pupils. His teeth grew into small fangs and his fingers grew claws as the Kyuubi's power began to course through him. As Naruto's transformation completed, the snake slammed its tail into him, knocking him backwards through a few trees. There is no doubt about this kid, the mysterious ninja thought. This is getting fun, now what will you do Sasuke? The giant snake lunged at Sasuke, who was too frozen to move. The snake stopped, feet from Sasuke. Naruto had jumped in the way and stopped it in its tracks. No way, I is teed at Naruto. Sasuke thought, lapsing into almost Hinata-class stuttering. Something was different about this Naruto. The power that he was emitting was immense and he had taken on a slightly feral appearance. It was almost demonic in a sense. Hey, are you alright, scaredy cat? Naruto said, questioning Sasuke. Sasuke just sat there, frozen by the turn of events. Temari and Kankuro felt the blast of demonic chakra, making them tremble in fear. It was similar to the chakra that Gaara emitted when his killing instincts took over him, which was happening right now. That chakra. Mother's sand craves for it. I must see who it is and I must have its blood, Gaara said as he darted off towards the source of the demonic presence. Sasuke snapped back to reality. The sad part was that Naruto was right. The two of them were facing the Snake Master while Haku joined their side. Fine, I'll show you I am no scaredy cat, Naruto, Sasuke said as he activated the Sharingan. Naruto, Haku, and Sasuke all pulled out the Shuriken, Senbon for Haku, tossing them at the snake summoned. Naruto's were aimed left while Haku's were aimed right. As the grass ninja tried to back up out of range of the weapons, he found himself against an ice mirror. Sasuke's Shuriken were coming straight towards him, but broke off course at the last second. Hehe, can't seem to kill me. You will learn what a mistake you made, Sasuke, the snake ninja said as Sasuke smirked. With a flick of the wrist, he revealed the wire attached to the Shuriken. Controlling and manipulating them, the Shuriken wrapped back around, tying his opponent to Haku's ice. Kaiten, fire dragon bullet. Sasuke called out, sending a stream of powerful flames sailing towards their enemy. When the smoke cleared, the mirror was practically completely melted, but their opponent remained. From the looks of it, his skin was burnt and peeling away. A wave of killing intent struck the four genin as Sakura joined them at their side. This time, it was more intense than it had been before. The four genin looked on in horror as the man's skin peeled away to reveal an even more sinister face. Kit, this is really bad. I am beginning to sense even some dark and evil power coming from this guy, Kurama informed Naruto. You will most likely be unconscious for a few hours after this, but I'm going to push more power through the seal and try and get you into the one-tailed state. Who the hell are you? Sasuke called out, still paralyzed by fear. My name is Orochimaru, the snake man hissed. If you want to see me again, then survive this exam. Of course that means defeating my men, the Sound Ninja Trio. Why the hell would we ever want to see you again? Sakura called out. I'm going to give you a little going away present, Sasuke. In time, you will come seek me out. With that, Orochimaru extended his neck towards Sasuke, looking like he was ready to bite him. Naruto stepped in front of the snake man, catching his head in a headlock just before he was able to reach Sasuke. Red chakra began to bubble around him, forming a demonic chakra cloak. I won't let you touch him, you creepy bastard. Naruto called out, punching Orochimaru in the face and sending him backwards as the chakra cloak fully enveloped Naruto, taking on an almost animalistic appearance. Naruto's team looked on in shock at the transformation that was taking place. Slowly, the cloak began to look more fox-like, with a tail and ears emerging. What did you do to him? Sakura called out, thinking this was Orochimaru's doing. Hee, why don't you ask him yourself, Orochimaru responded. Sasuke, you are too valuable for me to let you escape without giving you some of my power first. But first, I know how to take care of your fox brat friend. Sakura, I don't think that is Orochimaru. I've felt this chakra from Naruto before, Haku said. Back in the land of waves, that's where I've felt that power of his before. Sakura took back her words and watched in astonishment as Naruto engaged Orochimaru, cloaked in this mysterious red chakra. Orochimaru lunged straight at Naruto. 5.C, huh. Orochimaru was stopped dead in his tracks. Something was snaking up his legs, working its way closer to the rest of his body. He looked around to see sand. It was then that he realized he would be in trouble if he stuck around much longer. Mother wants their blood, Gaara said, appearing on scene and unleashing his own wave of killing intent. I will be the one to kill them, and I'll kill you as well. Orochimaru managed to snake his way out of Gaara's sand claws. He was shocked. A couple of genin were forcing him to retreat, although two of them had demon-infused chakra coursing through their veins. Damn, I'm not going to be able to get to Sasuke now. Oh well, I'm sure I can think of a way to get him. With that, Orochimaru left as Gaara turned his attention to Naruto, Sakura, Sasuke, and Haku. Mother wants your blood, Gaara said as his sand crept towards them. Naruto didn't know what to think, but the killing intent radiating from Gaara told his teammates to back away. Damn, the fox swore to Naruto. Why did it have to be him? Who? Naruto asked in confusion. I'm almost positive of it now. It's the Ichibi, Shukaku. He's the weakest of us, but he's seriously annoying, not to mention insane. I'd recognize the bloodlust of that badger coming from that kid anywhere, Kurama informed Naruto. Kit, work on getting your team out of here. You might not have noticed, but I can't keep up the cloak for much longer. Once the cloak dissipates, you will most likely lose consciousness. Naruto turned to his teammates. Guys, let's get out of here. I've got a bad feeling about this guy. What do you mean get out of here? You were the one who suggested we stay and fight. Sasuke argued with his demon cloak teammate. And care explaining that red chakra around you. I will, but just trust me on this, we need to get out of here, Naruto said. He's right, a blonde Kumo Kanoiki said, jumping down next to Naruto. This is one opponent you guys don't want to fight, given the condition you are in. Who are you? Sakura asked as the five of them were now dodging Gaara's sand. Yugito ni, the cloud Kanoiki said. But now is not the time for introductions. With that, Yugito made a few hand seals. Kaiten, Hellcat Flames. She shouted as three flaming tigers roared towards Gaara, enveloping him in flames. That will distract him for a little, now let's go. The five of them took off, away from Gaara. As they were moving, Naruto's demon cloak began to fade and he slowly lost consciousness. Realizing that Naruto was fading, Sasuke went to catch his falling teammate and regrouped with the rest of his team. Temari and Kankuro arrived to see Gaara wrapped in flaming tigers. Once the flames ceased, Gaara was unharmed, due to a cocoon of sand encasing him. Gee Gaara, Kankuro said, cautiously approaching his teammate. Kankuro, Temari, let's go. Mother needs blood and lots of it, Gaara called out, letting some killing intent flow from him. Kankuro and Temari wanted to object, but knew that Gaara would just kill them as well. What caused Gaara to become so bloodthirsty all of the sudden? They both thought, leaving to go satisfy Gaara's bloodlust. Team 7 plus Yugito came to rest near the river. They set Naruto underneath the roots of a large tree, hiding him from sight of any enemies. Yugito, do you know what's going on? Sakura asked. Everyone else wanted to know. They had caught a slight glimpse of Yugito's reaction to Naruto's condition upon arrival and realized that there was something she knew. I do, the Kumo Kunoiki said. But I think your friend should be the one to tell you. As for that Suna kid, let's just say he has a serious mental problem. Now, I don't want to do anything to hurt you, so please don't attack me and I won't kill you. What makes you think you can kill us? Sasuke responded, taking that as a challenge. First, you are in no condition fight. You need to rest. And second, let's just say that kid of yours and I have something in common. They were unsure as to what Yugito was talking about. She risked herself even further by telling them that she was familiar with the kind of power that Naruto had displayed, only making Team 7 want to know more. Why should we believe you? You could just be here for our scroll. Sakura said. Yugito pulled out a scroll, revealing it to be an earth scroll. We have the same scrolls from what I saw back there, and I have no need for a third earth scroll, Yugito responded. Team 7 was in the same situation with 2 earth scrolls and no desire for a third as well. If you think I am going to harm you, then attack me now and I will flee. After a short hesitation, Team 7 decided to accept Yugito's company for the time being. What do you think? Yugito thought to herself. It's definitely one of us, a voice within Yugito said. His cloak features seemed rather fox-like. Wait. It couldn't be Kurama, could it? Kurama. Yugito responded. The Kyuubi. Yes, I am pretty sure that Kurama is within that kid. It's been over 100 years and I've actually been looking forward to seeing him. Oh, do I look okay? I hope he's still not bitter like he was 100 years ago and wants to talk. I really do want to talk to him. Yugito let out a little laugh, catching the attention of Haku. It's almost nightfall, Anko thought to herself, darting through the trees of the forest. I must find him before it's too late. I must stop him even if it costs my life. Even if I can't, I must slow him down enough for the Anbu to arrive. I must stop you, isn't that right? Orochimaru, Anko said, turning to the snake man camouflaging himself with a tree. Why are you here? Anko threw a few poisoned needles at Orochimaru, who snaked his way around them. He lashed out his tongue, binding Anko's wrists. You won't get me this time, Shadow Snake Fangs. Suddenly, snakes erupted out of Anko's wrists and bit Orochimaru's tongue, forcing him to recall it. If you really must know, I'm doing some body shopping. I've picked out a fresh young Uchiha that will work out nicely. The snake let out an evil laugh. Anko knew what that meant. Orochimaru had given Sasuke Uchiha the curse mark. Anko charged into him, forcing Orochimaru back into a tree and pinning him there with a kunai. Hey, caught you, she said, letting out a little smirk. Now let me borrow your left hand. Anko made a seal between her right hand and his left hand. That seal. Orochimaru thought, a little bit of fear coursing through him. Yes, Anko said with an evil smirk. You and I will both die. Double snake assassination. Suddenly, Orochimaru disappeared in a puff of smoke, revealing himself to be nothing more than a shadow clone. Anko cursed under her breath as Orochimaru had escaped her grasp once again. Suddenly, the real Orochimaru came up behind her, ripping the burnt skin and revealing his true face. Anko clutched her shoulder as the pain of her curse mark flared up. Please don't end this exam. There are some things I want to enjoy, including 3 from my own village, the snake ninja said. If you stop this exam prematurely, I will destroy your precious village. With that, Orochimaru disappeared, leaving Anko lying on the tree branch to deal with the pain of her curse mark. Surprisingly, Team 7 managed to get a good sleep, with everyone, except Naruto, taking 3-hour shifts for guard duty. After about 9 hours of resting, Naruto still had yet to wake. Like Orochimaru-sama said, we attack at daybreak, a sound ninja hiding in the bushes said. Our target is Sasuke Uchiha. If the others get in our way, we just kill them, including the Kumo girl. As morning broke, Sakura was the one on guard. She noticed a ruffling in the bushes and threw a kunai towards it, revealing nothing more than a squirrel. As she let out a sigh of relief, another animal came running towards her out of the bushes. She threw another knife at the animal, noticing that it was carrying something, an explosive tag. This put her on guard as she proceeded to wake Sasuke, Haku, Yugito, and attempted to wake Naruto, to no avail. Just as she was going to wake Sasuke, there was a voice behind the trees. Don't wake Sasuke. We want to fight him, but you'll just get in the way. What are you here for? That Orochimaru creep sent you, didn't he? Sakura shouted, waking the others with the exception of Naruto. Upon seeing Sasuke get up, the three sound ninja were in a slight state of shock. How are you up? The one with black Kakashi-like hair said. I thought the mark Orochimaru gave you should have put you in too much discomfort to fight, if not killed you. What mark? Said a confused Sasuke. Everyone else wanted to know about this mark the sound ninja were talking about. After hearing that, he remembered Orochimaru's head traveling towards them, but Naruto stepping in the way to block it with that weird chakra cloak around him. What do you mean, what mark? The curse mark that should be on the back of your neck, the sound ninja said. There is no mark, your boss never gave me a curse mark, thanks to that exhausted idiot over there, Sasuke said pointing to Naruto. But, how did Orochimaru-sama fail? The girl asked. Sasuke just shrugged. Now I suggest you leave before we have to kill you, Sasuke said as Haku, Sakura, and Yugito joined him. Sakura, guard Naruto. I don't want him dying before I find out about that weird power of his. Haku, you take the girl, I'll take the one that stole Kakashi's ridiculous hairstyle, and Yugito you get the other one. The three sound ninja jumped at the four-leaf and cloud ninja. Sakura smiling as they did. Using her knife, she cut a wire, sending two giant logs towards them. When did you do that? Haku asked, surprised by the attack. This morning while everyone was sleeping, Sakura said, letting loose a little grin. She even managed to get a smile out of Sasuke, who charged his target. Granted, the rest of the fight wasn't exciting. Sasuke was hoping for a better fight from the sound guys, but all that happened is that the girl found herself a human pincushion. The Kakashi-looking guy broke one of his arms after Sasuke kicked him right into one of Sakura's traps, and the last sound ninja wound up being chased by flaming cats for a solid 15 minutes. After all was said and done, the sound ninja had a damn earth scroll on them. The last thing they all needed was another earth scroll. Morning everyone, Naruto yawned. His attention turned to the defeated sound ninja. Did I miss something? Everyone's sweat dropped as they were wondering how anyone could sleep with a fight going on near them, considering that there was a Naruto-shaped outline made of shuriken and kunai on the tree directly behind where he was. Somehow, the lucky kid managed to avoid any projectile thrown his way. Seeing their opportunity, the sound ninja escaped. Sasuke now had the chance to ask the question that everyone wanted to know the answers to. Naruto, about yesterday, what happened? He asked as everyone's attention turned to Naruto. Well, I don't really want to talk about it, Naruto said, trying to avoid the subject, which he was really bad at to start with. And why not? Sakura said, trying to be nice and play the opposite to Sasuke's forcefulness. Does it have something to do with that weird chakra? Haku asked, remembering their battle on the bridge. Naruto nodded. For some reason though, he could see Yugito looking at him with a look of sadness and understanding. It was then that Naruto realized that the two of them were similar. Which one? He asked Yugito. You. She responded to him. Now everyone wanted desperately to know what they were talking about. 9, Naruto said. What the hell are you two talking about? Sakura said, butting in. Sakura, can I ask you a question? Naruto said. He was no longer the cheerful blonde-haired idiot that they all knew and loved. In his eyes, they could see a hint of pain and suffering. So are you going to tell them? Kurama asked his host. Yeah, they've already seen enough and I'm tired of keeping secrets. If I just hide from them, they will definitely hate me and I would rather have them hating me knowing why they were doing it, Naruto told his resident demon. What is it? Sakura asked Naruto. Do you know why everyone in the village hated me? Naruto asked as everyone went silent. Well, now that you mention it, I never really thought about it, Sakura responded. Naruto's questions brought back flashbacks from Haku's own childhood. He remembered the mob, formed by his own father out of fear, killing his mother. I just stayed away from you because my parents didn't want me to be near you. I remember some people referring to you as a demon child, but what could that possibly mean? Do you know about the Kyuubi attack on the village almost 13 years ago? Naruto asked as Sakura and Sasuke nodded. The Kyuubi. Well, I was told it was an evil monster that attacked our village. However, the fourth sacrificed himself to kill the demon and save the village, Sakura said. Inside, Kurama scoffed at the comment. What if I told you that story was made up, Naruto said. What do you mean by that? Sasuke asked, still not picking up on anything. Haku was slowly realizing that something was up, but was unsure due to his lack of Lee village knowledge. For the past 12 years, the third put a law into place to try and protect me, however, that ended up backfiring and the entire village ended up resenting me, seeing me as some remnant of that night, Naruto said, taking a deep breath. On that night, the only way the fourth could defeat the Kyuubi was to seal the Kyuubi inside a newborn infant. No, gasped Sakura, suddenly realizing what Naruto was trying to say. Yes, Sakura, that infant was me, Naruto said as he saw her eyes tear up. Sasuke stood in shock at the revelation. Haku understood all too well what it was like to be feared and cast aside, but was still in shock that this kid had an actual demon inside of him. However, Yugito was the only one who truly understood his pain. Before you go freaking out and try to hate me like the rest of the village, please understand that I am not the Kyuubi. It's not like I had a choice in the matter and it just happened. I'm still Naruto, it's just that I have the Kyuubi inside me. Naruto looked up at his team, who just stared at him in shock. There was no way their little knuckle-headed teammate could have a demon. Sakura? Naruto asked. Sakura was trying her best to suppress her regret for treating Naruto like a piece of crap in the past. I never knew, her voice trailed off. That's why everyone hated you. Naruto nodded. Sakura was at a loss for words. Naruto looked at Sasuke, who was just looking at him with his usual demeanor. Sasuke? Naruto asked. Is something wrong? Sasuke shook his head. It's just hard to believe that someone like you could have a demon inside of him. You've always been so positive, despite everything that you've gone through. I know the feeling of loneliness, it tears at you. Having to bear that for 12 years, how did you do it? Don't you hate the villagers for doing what they did to you? Naruto smiled. No, I don't hate them. I just see it as I need to prove them wrong and show them who I really am. You mean a blonde-haired, mischief-making idiot? Sasuke let that joke slip, enraging Naruto a little. But Naruto soon realized that was just how Sasuke is, and he realized that his team wasn't going to abandon him like the rest of the village. After what you did yesterday. It sounds like that creep was going to give me some sort of curse and you were able to stop him and save us, Naruto. We talked about what all the possibilities for that weird chakra you had were, but we came up to the same conclusion. Huh, Naruto said, a little confused. We decided that regardless of what it was, you just wanted to protect us, so we wouldn't hate you for whatever it was that you said, Sakura said, reassuring Naruto. Naruto just gave his team a big smile. Somehow, his team had managed to look past the demon inside him after his actions yesterday saved them from that creepy snake dude. Hey Kurama, can you hear me at all? Another voice inside Naruto's head called out. Barely, is that you Matatabi? This connection is shaky, probably because of this damn seal, Kurama said. AHG. Naruto began freaking out, hearing a second voice inside his head. Why are there two voices inside my head? The damn fox was enough, but now there is another one. Everyone looked at him as if he were going insane. Yugito just laughed. It's probably the Nibby. She's been wanting to talk to your friend ever since we realized that you were his Jinchuriki, Yugito said. Wait, does that mean? Sakura said, pointing at Yugito. Yes. Like Naruto, I am a Jinchuriki as well, Yugito explained. While our tailed beasts can normally only talk to us, sometimes they can generate links between other Jinchuriki to talk to other tailed beast. Wait, so that means you can talk to that evil demon, Naruto? Sasuke sent him a suspicious look. Yeah, oh, and speaking of which, he's not really evil, just misunderstood, Naruto said as the rest of his team looked on with utter confusion. Naruto explained to them everything that Kurama had told him, and Team 7 did the only thing they could do regarding the matter. They accepted what Naruto was saying. So what you're saying is that you can access the fox's power any time? Sasuke asked, hoping that was not the case. If Naruto had access to that power all the time, he would never be able to beat his teammate. No, I can only use it in emergency situations, like back there, Naruto said. Sakura asked him why, and Naruto explained that by using the Kyuubi's power with the seal still intact, it would put a major strain on his body, which could also respond in him going unconscious like he did before or even going insane. Plus, if the seal was stressed for too long, it would begin to crack. If the seal broke, then both Naruto and the Kyuubi would die. The only way to safely release the seal was with some sort of key. Most of the conversation between Kurama and Matatabi was just regular chit-chat, however, they did get onto an interesting topic. What do you think of that sand kid? Do you think he's... Matatabi said. I really hope not, but unfortunately I think so. Kurama responded. Huh, now they are talking about that Gaara kid, Naruto said to Yugito. What about Gaara? Sasuke asked, trying to get as much info on one of the more powerful competitors as he could. Both of our inhabitants have come to the conclusion that he may also be a Jinchuriki for the Ichibi, Yugito stated as a wave of shock was sent through the Leaf Ninja. They don't really know much more, but they said to watch out for him. Of course, this only made Sasuke want to fight him more. The aspect of going up against something with power similar to that of what Naruto had just displayed was rather invigoration. Now the team turned to Yugito, as their curiosity was directed towards the Kumo Jinchuriki. So why did you come and find us if you were not after our scroll or anything? Sakura asked, wanting to know why she found them and helped them escape from Gaara's sand. To be honest, I needed to get away from my team. Karui and Omoya too, you never want to be around when they start arguing. Especially when Karui starts shooting her head off, Yugito explained as Sakura was reminded of how Naruto and Sasuke act sometimes. Also, Matatabi and I wanted to confirm our suspicions about Naruto. Suddenly, they all heard screaming and yelling coming from behind them. Well, looks like my team is here. I had better go before they cause you trouble. Yugito said, leaving the group of Konoha ninja. It was getting late on the third day and the four of them had decided to make their way closer to the tower, with the hope of picking up some opponents camping out to ambush competitors. Their luck paid off and they soon found themselves facing another group of Rain Ninja, who apparently wanted revenge for what Team 7 did to their comrades earlier on. However, they really weren't much of a match for Team 7, who already outnumbered them before Naruto used his shadow clones. Haha. About time. Sakura cheered as she searched the defeated ninja to find a heaven scroll. The four made their way to the tower, leaving just over a day left in the competition. Shortly after, they arrived at the tower and proceeded into the designated rooms. They entered a room to discover no one there, but they found a poster with some sort of saying on it. After seeing that there were missing words, Sakura figured that they would be on the scrolls. The time had come for Team 7 to open their scrolls. As they did, a cloud of smoke appeared in front of them. Team 7 expected one final enemy. Hey, long time no see, the figure in the smoke said. Suddenly, the person was attacked by a small blonde-haired boy who seemed excited to see him. Iruka-sensei. The rest called out. What are you doing here? Sakura asked. I'm here to congratulate you four for completing the second part of the exam, Iruka explained. At the end of the exam, it's set up so that we Chunin are able to meet up with the test takers, and it just so happens that I got summoned to meet you four. And it looks like you made it with just over a day to spare. The four of them were happy to complete the second exam. Now, you guys can use the tower to rest up and to see if any other groups arrive. Did anyone else arrive? Sasuke asked. Yes, I believe I saw Kiba, Hinata, and Shino earlier. A group of Cloud Ninja arrived about an hour before you four, and there is one last group of Leaf Ninja here, although I don't really know them, Iruka said. With that, Team 7 entered the tower to go join the rest of them. Damn it, Kurama swore as Team 7 entered the living areas in the tower, only to see Gaara and his team. Why did he have to make it? Oh, just stop it already. If he becomes a problem, then we will just have to beat him up a little, Naruto said to Kurama. Team 7 passed Gaara and the Suna Ninja, receiving an evil glare as they did so. They proceeded deeper into the tower, hoping to find Team 8. About time you guys made it, Kiba said, coming to meet them. I was afraid we would have to spend all day with that sand guy. Hey, speaking of which, have you guys noticed something seriously wrong with that guy's head? The four of them nodded in agreement. Following that, they explained their encounter to Kiba. Whoa, you mean you guys ran into him in the forest? Kiba said. And you got out alive? Do you mean you saw him too? Sakura asked. Yeah, we did. Akamaru noticed him, but then began trembling like I've never seen before. I tell you, something is not right about that guy. We watched him mercilessly kill another team using his sand. We thought we were next on his kill list, but something caught his attention and he left, Kiba explained. Team 7 knew all too well what caught Gaara's attention and looked at Naruto. Apparently the fox had managed to save a few more of their friends. At that time Shino and Hinata emerged into the room. Hello, Shino said, greeting his comrades with as few words as possible. He walked into the common area with Hinata following closely behind him. And Naruto, why you made it, the shy girl said, letting out a blush and trying to avoid eye contact. Yep, we sure did. Naruto said. He had returned completely to his normal self since his team found out about the fox. And you made it too. See, I told you, Hinata. You would do great. I even understand that you guys were the first ones here. You bet. Guess that makes us the best, Kiba bragged. Sasuke shot him a look, effectively shutting him up. Geez, can't take a joke, can you, Uchiha? There are still a lot of powerful ninja here, so you shouldn't go shooting your mouth off like an idiot. That's something I thought only Naruto is dense enough to do, Sasuke said as Naruto yelled back at him. But seriously, don't underestimate anyone here. Especially that Gaara of the desert. I heard that the last test is single combat and if anyone here has to face him, you had better be careful. Everyone took Sasuke's warning. As it got closer to the end of the exam, a few more teams arrived. Amongst them was the trio of Sound Ninja, a team of Waterfall Ninja, Kabuto's team, Lee's team, and Team 10. As the end of the exam neared, everyone in the tower proceeded to the main hall in the tower, as instructed to meet with the proctors of the exam. The timer stopped, the second portion of the exam had concluded. All the candidates who passed the exam were now standing in a large room. On a stage in front of them, stood the Hokage, proctor, and the Jonin senseis for each team. First off, congratulations on passing the second exam, the Hokage announced. Wow, 22 participants out of 90. I was expecting to cut them in half, but I was expecting single digits, Anko thought to herself. I guess Abiki was right, there are some outstanding ones in this group. The candidates looked around to see who else was there. Some, like Team 10, looked exhausted, beat up, and in Chuji's case, starving. Others, like Team 8, who had 4 days of rest, looked refreshed and ready to go. Your team looks pretty good, Kakashi, Guy said to his eternal rival. But as long as my team is around, don't expect them to get any farther. Now, it's all about real ability. Well, with youth, there are sweet times and there are sour times, Kakashi? Said Kakashi, completely ignoring anything Guy had just said. Oh Guy, you say something. Guy turned away and tensed up, clutching a fist. Not bad, Kakashi. You're cool in that way and it really gets on my nerves. The Jonin took a look at their students. Baki looked at his team of Sand Ninja and noticed that Gaara was unscathed, but there was something unsettling about him. Something had happened in the forest that had Gaara uneased. Kurenai noted that her team looked shaken by something. Guy admired the youthfulness of his team. Kakashi, on the other hand, just gave his team the usual smile and wave. To be honest, he had never imagined that his team would make it this far. He had entered them in hopes that they would mature from this experience, however, it seems as if they were well above his expectations. No wonder they nominated them, the Hokage thought to himself, looking over the rookies. For all of them to make it is surprising to say the least. Hokage-sama will now explain the third test, Anko announced to everyone. Please listen carefully. I will, but first there is something I would like you to know. It's about the true purpose of these exams, the Hokage said. Think about it, why do we have many different countries here if each village could hold their own Chunin exams for their own ninja? Everyone took a few moments to think about what the Hokage was saying. To promote friendship between countries. The Hokage asked. I don't want you to be confused by these exams' true meaning. In reality, this is a replacement for war amongst countries. He received many startled looks from the crowd. War. What does that mean? Tenten said to her team. If you go back in time, current allies were once enemies who fought each other for control, the Hokage explained. In order to prevent fighting, this is the stage these countries chose to do battle on, that is the purpose of these exams. What? Naruto blurted out. Isn't this thing for deciding who becomes Chunin? It is a fact that this exam decides who has what it takes to become Chunin, the Hokage explained. But this exam has another side, where each country's shinobi risk their own life to protect their land's prestige. There will be leaders and influential individuals watching the third exam, many of them come from countries that are clients of shinobi. If the strength of a country is clear, that country will receive more clients, and if seen weak, they will lose clients. Not to mention, it will send a message to other villages that our village has much power. The strength of a country is the strength of the village. The strength of the village is the strength of the shinobi. And a shinobi's true strength is born only through life-risking battles. But why do you say stuff about being for friendship? Tenten asked. I said in the beginning, I don't want you to confuse the purpose of this. By losing life and establishing balance, this is the shape of friendship in the world of shinobi, the Hokage stated. Before we begin the third test, I will tell you one more thing, this is not just a test. This is a life-risking battle, with your dreams and country's prestige on the line. I'd like to explain the third test but... Actually, I apologize Hokage-sama. From here on, as referee, will you please allow me, Geku Hayate, a sickly-looking ninja said, appearing before the Hokage. The Hokage agreed. Hello everyone, I'm Hayate. Before we begin, there is something I would like you to do. It's a preliminary for the third test. To decide who gets to participate in the main event. Preliminary. Many people questioned in unison. What do you mean? Why aren't all the people here allowed to participate? Sakura asked. Because the first and second tests may have been too easy this year, and we have too many people remaining, Hayate said. According to the rules, we may have a preliminary to reduce the number of participants for the third test. As Hokage-sama said, there are many important individuals and time is important. Now that that is said, if there is anyone who feels like they cannot participate in a preliminary match now, please step forward now and you will be removed. I'm going to quit, Kabuto said. Saku, whose arm was broken, and one of Kabuto's teammates opted to so the same. One of the Tagakaru ninja did as well. From the waterfall village, there remained one guy and a girl with mint green hair. What Orochimaru said, should we remove Uchiha due to the curse mark? Anko whispered to the Hokage. I don't think that will be possible, Kakashi said, joining the conversation. He is an Uchiha after all. Besides, I don't exactly want to have to deal with Orochimaru's threats. If the mark does not flare up, then let him compete, the Hokage said, much to Anko's disliking. Sasuke turned to his team. I am not backing out. There are too many strong people here that I want to fight, he said. Naruto, I also want to fight you. Naruto stared at his teammate and smiled. Fine, then I want to fight you as well, he responded as their rivalry heated up. Neji turned to his cousin. Hinata, you should also back out. I must admit that I am impressed you made it this far, but if you continue, something bad will surely happen to you, said Neji. Naruto, who was within hearing distance of this, was a little enraged by Neji's unexplained behavior towards Hinata. What do you know about Hinata? She's strong and she doesn't need to listen to you, responded Naruto. Naruto thinks I am strong. Hinata thought to herself. This gave her the courage to defy her cousin's warnings and remain in the competition. Now, if there is no one else, we are going to begin the preliminaries, Hayate announced. Since there are 22 entries now, we will have 11 matches. Each match will be a one-on-one battle with the match ending when one fighter is dead, unconscious, or admits defeat. Anko said something into her headset and a screen appeared on the wall behind them. This electronic scoreboard will show 2 randomly selected people, who will do battle, she said as names began to flash on the screen. After it stopped, 2 names remained, Sasuke Uchiha and Yuri Okado. Sassoon. Sasuke said, trying to sound surprised. Now, these 2 entrants come forward while the rest of you, please proceed to the balconies above to watch the matches, Hayate announced. Sasuke, you better not lose if you want to fight me, Naruto said to his teammate. Sasuke gave him his usual look, indicating that he was planning on winning this quick. Kakashi also walked past Sasuke. Sasuke, Kakashi whispered. Don't use the Sharingan. If that mark acts up, I will have to step in and stop the fight. What mark? Sasuke asked, sending a surprised Kakashi a smile and wondering what was up with everyone thinking he had some sort of mark. Kakashi looked at the back of Sasuke's neck to find that the speculations going around the Jonin were false and that Orochimaru had not given Sasuke a curse mark. We'll talk about this later then. I guess just forget about what I said then, Kakashi responded as he went up to the stairs. With that, the match began. Yuri started off by making a quick hand seal, and a blue chakra aura surrounded his hands. Sasuke activated his Sharingan as Yuri sent a few shuriken sailing towards Sasuke, who easily dodged them. Sasuke charged at Yoru, engaging in a quick taijutsu battle. Sasuke had Yuri pinned to the ground, but Yuri reached and gripped Sasuke's chest, the blue aura appearing around his hand. Sasuke soon felt some chakra being drained from him as he disengaged from Yuri. Shocked at Yuri's ability to absorb chakra, he knew he would have to fight this battle from ranged, or his movements would have to be quick and precise. How's that curse mark feeling, Sasuke? Yuri thought to himself. You are going to have to engage me in close combat. It was then that Yuri noticed the Sharingan. What? How does he have the Sharingan activated? He shouldn't be able to without the curse mark flaring up. Apparently Orochimaru never mentioned that he had failed to give Sasuke the curse mark, thanks to the demon-powered Naruto. Sasuke hated to admit it, but he owed Naruto big time for saving him back there. Yuri knew he was in trouble if Sasuke could use his Sharingan. He made a desperate attempt to end the fight by charging at Sasuke with his jutsu active. Suddenly, he felt a foot make contact with the bottom of his hore, knocking him into the air. Copying Lee's technique, Sasuke appeared behind Yuri in his shadow. Sasuke kicked Yuri a few times, making him fall faster towards the ground with each blow. Finally, Sasuke flipped around so that he was on top of Yuri and drove his knee into his opponent's gut as Yuri and the ground met. Lion's Barrage. Sasuke called out as his final strike knocked Yuri unconscious and out of the exam. Sasuke. You may have avoided me in the forest, but you will become mine soon enough, Orochimaru said, disguised as the Sound Team's sensei. However, I need to make sure that next time the demon brat won't be in my way. Kakashi appeared next to the Hokage and Anko. I looked at Sasuke's neck before the match and there doesn't appear to be a curse mark. I'm going to take him for a further examination to be sure, but it appears that Sasuke has avoided that fate for the time being. Anko looked at Kakashi out of surprise and the Hokage nodded in agreement. Winner, Sasuke Uchiha, Hayate announced as medics came to collect Yuri. Kakashi went to meet Sasuke. Come with me, the Hokage just wants to be sure, he said to Sasuke as the Uchiha victor followed him out of the room. Where's Sasuke going? Sakura asked out of curiosity. Naruto and Haku shrugged. Next match, Chuji Akamaiki vs Dosu Kinta, Hayate announced. Chuji stepped forward, revealing some of his nerves to his opponent. Hey, I have to fight this nervous fatty. Dosu taunted his opponent. What did you just say? Chuji growled in anger. Dosu had just said the taboo word for Chuji. I am not fat. Human boulder. Chuji did one of his family's jutsu, inflating himself into a large ball and rolling at high speeds towards Dosu. Dosu sidestepped Chuji as the human boulder slammed into the wall. Wanting to end it quick, Dosu revealed some apparatus on his forearm and slammed it into Chuji. With a flick of his finger, he sent a shockwave of sound through Chuji's body, effectively knocking him out. Winner, Dosu Kinta, Hayate announced as Team 10 let their spirits drop. Next match, Haku Yuki vs. Tenten. This will be an interesting fight, Tenten said as she faced Haku. The battle between the weapons expert and Senbon specialist was about to begin. Hayate announced as Tenten took a step backwards, throwing a few shuriken to test the waters. Haku quickly knocked them out of the way with his Senbon and sent a few more towards Tenten, who dodged them rather easily. You're not going to beat me with Senbon. I know about all types of weapons and yours is not powerful enough. Tenten stated. Tenten, show him the power of your youth. Lee said, cheering for his teammates from the stands. Not caring about anyone else's ears, Lee did so, deafening anyone standing within 10 feet of him. Lee, cheer harder, Guy instructed. Yes, Guy sensei. I will pour all of my youth into this cheer, shouted Lee. Now, no one was safe from Lee's shouts. This match is practically over, Sasuke said, returning to the stands. Is Kakashi sensei with you? Naruto asked. No, he stayed behind, saying he had something to check up on, typical. Sasuke shrugged. Long time no see, Kakashi, the sound sensei said to Kakashi. You should consider your student lucky. However, he won't escape me next time. Orochimaru, Kakashi growled out. Why are you here? Why are you after Sasuke? Hey, you're lucky. You've already got your hands on it, Orochimaru hissed. Kakashi realized what Orochimaru was referring to. Yes, it's the Sharingan. Just like the one in your left eye. I want it. What are your goals? Kakashi said, trying to squeeze as much out of the snake before it slithered away. The newly created Sound Village, that's my village. You should be able to figure out just from that, Orochimaru said. For that purpose, I need a lot of pieces. Kakashi activated his Reikiri, ready to take down Orochimaru if he must. However, Orochimaru just turned and left into the darkness. I will get my hands on Sasuke and there is nothing you can do to stop me. Orochimaru let out a sinister laugh as he faded from view. What do you mean over? Lee shouted at Sasuke. Tenten's youthful powers far exceed your teammates. Just watch the match and you'll see, Sasuke said as everyone turned their attention back to the match. Tenten and Haku were engaged in an equal battle of throwing weapons at one another. Realizing that she needed something different, Tenten took out the two scrolls on her side. Ninja Art, Twin Rising Dragons. Suddenly, the two scrolls unfurled and rose into the air. Tenten jumped up and began summoning weapons, bombarding Haku with a rain of sharp pointy objects. With her attack finished, Tenten landed on the ground to see the results. All she saw was Haku encased in a dome of ice. What? Most of the people in the stands said. Team 7 didn't look so surprised. Guy-sensei, what is up with that ice surrounding Haku? Lee asked. Everyone else was shocked by Haku's mysterious ability. Like I said, this match is over, Sasuke repeated himself. Haku has a rare blood limit called the Hyoten. Watch a little more and you shall see its true powers. Hyoten, demonic ice mirrors. Haku said as a dome of ice mirrors formed around Tenten. Tenten, Lee shouted out as the rest of Team Guy looked on at Haku's abilities. Please surrender now. I do not wish to harm you, Haku said, his reflection appearing in every mirror. Ha! Like you could keep me trapped in here is mere ice. Tenten replied. She threw a few kunai with explosive tags at one of the mirrors, only for it to be unfazed, much to her surprise. Haku went on the offensive, hitting the joints on her arms and legs with senbon, effectively immobilizing Tenten. What did you do? I can't move, she called out as she collapsed to the ground. I hit the nerve clusters in your arms and legs. You won't be able to move them for about an hour, but I made sure not to damage them. You should be able to regain full control after some rest, Haku explained. Neji looked on in shock at the skills Haku possessed. The boy's precision appeared to rival even his own. The proctor took a look at Tenten and she noted that what Haku said was correct. Alright, I declare Haku Yuki the winner. Next up, Ino Yamanaka vs. Sakura Haruno. Everyone in the stands braced for the cat fight of the century. That will be it for this video. If you want more, comment down below, like, subscribe. And see you guys later.